Who will be Liverpool's next number 9? Well, it might be this guy, Hugo Ekitike. There are big rumors heating up right now that he is going to come to Liverpool this summer. So we need to look at a detailed breakdown of this player and see what he is actually like. Does he actually fit Liverpool? And let's break it down. So he's a 23-year-old French striker. He's 22 right now, but he's like a couple weeks away from being 23. 19 goals, 11 assists this year in the Bundesliga for Eintracht Frankfurt. He's 6'2". I think he's actually closer to 6'3" tall, but he's right-footed. And here's some kind of stats or general kind of style of his play. So he is a modern transition monster with elite dribbling. He loves getting the ball in transition, and he is very, very good with the ball at his feet. We're going to look at some of those detailed carrying statistics in a little bit here. But he has exceptional movement and positioning. Is very intelligent player, which that could be the reason why Richard Hughes and Arne Slot want this guy, because of that football mind. I think they are going after very intelligent players. Florian Wirtz, very, very intelligent, and maybe Hugo Ekitike is the perfect number 9 to fit into this system. He is a creative playmaker, so he is a striker, but he's also a very creative playmaker. He's a connector. He has some of the best assist statistics. Say that 5 times fast. In Europe, and then he is wanted by Slot and Hughes, ? That's the big ticker, because if he is wanted by them, then he's probably the right fit. So, all right, let's look at some detailed stats here. So goals, he scores about a half a goal every 90 minutes. That's 0.51 goals per 90. Not, the best for a striker in Europe, but still pretty good. It's better than average. Gets a lot of shots off, 3.74 per 90, and then shots on target. Because he has so many shots, he gets more shots on target, but his shots on target percentage is actually pretty low. It's about middle of the park, 52 percentile. So it's not great. And then goals per shot's pretty low. Goals per shot on target's pretty low. He's shots from free kicks, I guess, is pretty good for a striker, but still, 0.03 per 90 is pretty low. I guess strikers are not taking free kicks these days. And then expected goals is pretty high, 0.66 per 90. And then expected non-penalty goals is 0.60, which is in the 90th percentile. So here's how you read that. Basically, he has scored less goals than he should have, so less goals than his expected goal tally, which could be kind of an interesting stat that we're going to kind of look at the end of this video to see if he actually does fit. So here are some passing statistics for Ekitike. Pretty good passer of the ball. Short passes good. Medium passes about middle of the park, and then long passes decent. But he's really good in those short pass kind of connectors up front, which is great. And he's got 0.29 assists per 90, which is in the 90th percentile, and even better for the expected assisted goals. So and this is playing for Eintracht Frankfurt, where probably not a lot of help. They're not a bad side, but when you stick a guy like this in a Liverpool side, I think that's why you've seen the likes of, Coutinho, Firmino, Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres. When you bring these guys into a good Liverpool side, their numbers are just going to jump up. And if Ekitike does come to Liverpool, that's my hope. Because I'm not blown away, really, by any of the statistics for Ekitike. But that's my hope, is like, hey, he's been playing for Eintracht. If he can come in and elevate his game, I think the fundamentals are there with Ekitike. I think that's probably his biggest selling point, is fundamentals. He's very good at just the simple things in football. And then he's also got that mind. And that's really hard to teach. If you don't have that football mind, that's really, really hard to teach. And it takes a lot of time to do that. So last thing on this slide here, expected assisted goals, really good. And then key passes, 95th percentile. I think that's really key. And you need to look at that. That's a very interesting statistic. Here's some more passing statistics. Nothing really stands out here except for the through balls. That's pretty good. He likes, he's good at passing those through balls, which I think would be great for Mo Salah, great maybe for Florian Wirtz, Szoboszlai making those overlapping runs, etc. Let's look at these. These are probably his best statistics. This is probably his highest statistic, and that is for carrying the ball. So he is very good with the ball at his feet, loves having the ball at his feet, touches very high across the board, take-ons attempted very, very high. So he is not afraid to take on defenders. And then that percentile, 44.4%, is better than average. And successful take-ons, because he does it so much, he's more successful, but the percentage is still, a little bit higher than average. Carries good, total carrying distance, very good, progressive carrying distance, very good, and then carries into the penalty area, loves getting the ball in those dangerous areas. And so, it's interesting because this guy has a similar kind of style, maybe to Florian Wirtz, and Florian Wirtz loves having the ball at his feet, very good carrier of the ball, and Ekitike is the same. What is Slot cooking up? What is he planning to do with all of these ball carriers? It's very interesting. I think he wants to create a team that is more tight, more controlled. If you've got a bunch of guys who are really good with the ball at their feet, but also very good at passing, also very intelligent. Oh, dude, I just realized something. He is cooking up Slot ball. Have you guys seen some of those old videos of Slot's Feyenoord in his final season before he came to Liverpool? It was tight. It was short passes. It was quick. It was just like, it was like the defenders did not even have time to react. And I think I just realized something while I'm doing this video. Dude, I think he's doing that. He's going after these players who are good with the ball at their feet, but also really good at those short passes. He doesn't need Trent Alexander-Arnold anymore. Think about who he's going after. Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, potentially. All these guys are really good at these tight spaces, quick little short passes. Oh, dude, he's cooking up Slot ball, dude. He's cooking up Slot ball. Look at this. This is probably the most important stat, I think, for attackers, because it shows you their non-penalty goals and assists compared to their non-penalties expected goals and expected assists. So it's two-pronged here. It's how much are they creating, and then how much are they actually doing. So creating is the expected, and actually doing and actually scoring and assisting. This is very interesting. So you see guys like Omar Marmoush, Ousmane Dembele. So Marmoush, you could say, well, he's scoring a lot and assisting a lot, but his expected goals and assists are lower. So maybe he's overperforming just a little bit. Mo Salah right in the middle there, which to me is crazy. I don't know how he's not higher. That's wild. Okay. I'm not sure how that makes sense, but I guess this is per 90 numbers. So Hugo Ekitike is right there with Isak, right? So he's scoring about as many non-penalty goals and assists as Isak, but his expected goal and assist tally is higher. So he's a little bit underperforming. He should have scored and assisted more than what he actually did, which is a very interesting statistic. But here's kind of my one big concern with Ekitike. He was the biggest expected goal underperformer in the Bundesliga. So perhaps he's a rough diamond, or perhaps he's another Darwin Núñez. That's a little scary to me. I think we're all feeling that little tension of hey, if we're gonna buy a striker, it can't be another Darwin. And I love Darwin Núñez, but Darwin has clearly underperformed, and we clearly cannot continue to do what Darwin Núñez has been doing at Liverpool, which is just missing big chance after big chance. So, looking at the highlight reels of Ekitike, he's a different player than Darwin, but this is a big kind of red flag for me, because 15 goals from 22 XG, we need to start putting those goals away, my friend. So anyways, I'd love to know what you guys think. Get your comments in below. Do you believe this one? I'll give you my honest opinion on this one. I don't really see this happening, but I said the same thing about Florian Wirtz, so who knows? But this one just, to me right now, I'm I don't know. I'm just not sure on this one. And I'm not sure if I was in, Richard Hughes' position, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know about this one. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Get them in below. As always, up the Reds.